Welcome back to the Film and TV channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. And today we have a film review. Today we've got, based on a historical event. It's not a docudrama, so don't expect any real true to life activities in this one. But we're going to have a look at Munich, The Edge of War, a 12A certificate, 130 minutes, over 2 hours, quite long. Please, if you are new to this channel, we are monetized, so if you can watch any of the ads or follow any of the links, that'd be great to help the channel going forward in the future. And of course, my other football channel as well, the Citizen channel on my team, Manchester City. If you can watch any of the ads, that would be great, and I'd much appreciate it. If not, just press that skip button and get through it. Right, and of course, all thumbs up are much appreciated, and if you can push that notification button if you enjoy what I try and do. I try and inform and entertain if I can on here. And if you can do that for me and pass the word, that would be great. But yeah, Munich, The Edge of War. Yeah, a German-British production. So obviously directed by Christian Schwochow. Schwochow. So I think that's how you pronounce it. You know, me and my pronunciations, if you've been here before. A screenplay by Ben Power. And it's based upon the 2017 novel Munich by Robert Harris, of course, a famous novelist. Stars, Jeremy Irons is Neville Chamberlain, Alex Jennings is Sir Horace Wilson, George Mackay as Hugh Leggett, Janice Niewona as Paul von Hartmann, Sandra Hüller as Helen Winter, Liv Lisa Fries as Lena, August Diel as Franz Sauer, Jessica Brown-Finley as Pamela Legat, Angela Mohindra as Joan, and Ulrich Matthes as Adolf Hitler, plus some others as well. Yeah, Adolf Hitler. Not the most lookalike Alfred Hitchcock. Adolf Hitler I've ever seen where Alfred Hitchcock came from. I don't like him either. But he's okay. He's all right. It's not my idea of an Adolf Hitler, to be honest with you. And it's autumn 1938, yes, and even I wasn't around then. And Europe stands on the brink of war. Hitler is preparing to invade Czechoslovakia, and Neville Chamberlain's government desperately seek a peaceful solution. With the pressure building, Hugh Leggett, British civil servant, and Paul von Hartmann, a German diplomat, old friends from Oxford, I think it's Oxford, or Cambridge, I think it's Oxford, travel to Munich for the emergency conference. As negotiations begin, the two old friends find themselves at the centre of a web of political subterfuge and very real danger. And the whole world watching, can war be averted? And if so, at what cost? Well, I think we know the answer to that, don't we, guys? But that's the problem when you have a true story, isn't it? Netflix did this US theatrical release on January the 14th before streaming, which is where I watched it on Netflix here in the UK on January the 21st, 2022. Is it any good? Well, these scores was at the 28th of January 2022 at 1 p.m. Rotten Tomatoes, 84% positivity based on 62 reviews. An average rate of 6.6 out of 10. That's not bad for a next Netflix film, to be honest with you. I mean, you usually get far less than that. And obviously it's 52 fresh and 10 rotten, so very good. And the consensus, sharp direction and some outstanding performances make Munich, The Edge of War a gripping historical drama, even though the ending's no secret. No, not unless they're going to do a twist on it, but no, this isn't. And no twist on this one, guys. Like the Man in the High Tower, whatever it is, isn't it? I do like that sort of thing, but I do like a true story as well to be sort of true. Obviously, the users on Rotten Tomatoes, 81% positivity. It scored at 3.9 out of 5, which equates to 7.8 out of 10, so they're quite happy with it. Metacritic, the other little critic site we look at, not so hot on it, to be honest with you. Only 53 out of 100, so only 5.3 out of 10, 53 out of 100. That's 20 critics, so not a mass of critics. 5 were positive, 15 were mixed, and 0 were negative. So not a total disaster, but it scored anywhere between, 50 out of 100 and 63 out of 100. The Irish Times' Tara Brady, she gave it 60 out of 100 and said, ironically, the project's occasional attempts to pass itself off as a political thriller slowed the material down. The runtime doesn't help, a worthwhile historical curio nonetheless. Washington Post, Michael Sullivan, who's a little bit better. He gave it 63. A mixture of well-researched historical fact and pure fiction. That's what it is. Munich, The Edge of War is a smart and entertaining thriller that suffers from just one thing. We all know how it ends. Well, we do. But yeah, the word thriller, I would class this as a drama. There are a couple of sort of minor tremors, minor thrills in it, but yeah, it would be a bit pushing it a bit to call it a thriller. It's more a drama. Internet Movie Database, Joe Public, you and me, the guys who either had watched that theatrical release or have been watching it on Netflix. 6.9 out of 10, that's very, very good. And 7,476 people scored it anywhere between 6 and 9. And just less than 10%, about 8% scored it 730 scored it between 2 and 5. So that's 92% positivity. So I'll go with that. That sounds pretty good to me. I've had a couple of guys on Twitter mention it and say it was a good film as well. That's why I sort of put me onto it. So I seeked it out. And watched it. My little thoughts, yeah, Jeremy Irons is excellent. He plays an excellent Neville Chamberlain as opposed to the guy who played Adolf Hitler. I'm not saying he didn't do a good job of Adolf Hitler, he just didn't look like him. But yeah, Jeremy Irons does quite look like him. So he done very, very well. And the voice and everything, excellent. Overall, it is a very good cast for what would be or probably is a fairly low budget historical drama. There's some good sets, some good scenes as well. So that's been a few quid spent on it. So I can't say it's dead low budget, but it's not up there with the big budget ones. Yes, it is based on a true event, of course it is, but there appears to be plenty of dramatic license, which is fine. It's not a docudrama, as I said. I just want to be entertained by this, and if it means having a little bit of a drama and making things up, so what? That's all part of it. I mean, who knows what goes on behind closed doors? Who's to say what they depict is correct or incorrect? The sets and locations are very, very good. And you do get, obviously, this is German English, so you do get subtitles when needed. Obviously, with the English version, you get German subtitles, you get English subtitles to the German speaking. I assume it's vice versa with the other one. And of course, when they are talking, the German is talking in English, then obviously you do get the accent. So it's done as it should be. Some people don't like subtitles, but I think it's more the routine of doing that nowadays, rather than have people talk with accents all the way through it, which can be a bit silly, really. But again, it doesn't bother me that much, but I can understand why. But yeah, so you do get about, let's say, a third, about 40% of the film is with English subtitles because it's based in Germany, etc. So yeah, take that into account if you're not a big fan of subtitles. But I say it doesn't take anything away from the overall thing. Well, it's just one of those things I couldn't, unfortunately, know me, when I watch stuff on Netflix or Amazon, I sometimes do little bits and pieces as well, but obviously if I'm having to read subtitles, I have to concentrate. So it's good. It could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Personally, yeah, 2 hours is going to be a bit long for some people, to be honest with you. Because a lot of the time there's not a great deal that happens. All the key moments are in the last third of the film, and I expect many won't last that long and get to it. And I've read some of the reviews, the critical review, the negative reviews, if you like, and it is the length of time and the fact that not a lot happens. And I can fully understand that. As I say, it didn't bother me. I quite enjoyed just watching it and listening to it anyway. It's not going to be a total crowd pleaser, this one, but I enjoyed it. So again, if you don't mind something a little bit slower, not too much action, a bit of tension build up from time to time, just a good drama, well presented, then it should be okay. And I liked it, but I fully appreciate those people who didn't like it so much. But I'm going to give it a good score. I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10, which is what I class as a very watchable score. As I say, most people do enjoy it, but as I said, it won't. Do you want an action thriller that set in Germany? That there's been quite a few over to Valkyrie, something like that. You want something like that? No, it's not really like that. It's just a good drama, a good interesting drama. And yes, we do know the end. Of course, we know the end. But yeah, it's a little bit of dramatic license getting there with this film. So 6.5 out of 10 for me anyway. Let me know what you think, guys, if you get to watch this anyway. Say, please do try and stick with it if you find yourself struggling a little bit. It does sort of save up a lot of the tension, etc., for the last third of the film. But yeah, no spoilers to what happens in the end with Neville, the good old Neville, and I like the fact that obviously when he flew out on the plane and back, obviously it's this sort of I can just see the newsreel footage now of the actual event and compare it to this drama. So I do like that aspect of it. Anyway, thanks for watching. We're going to do the rest of the day. Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other to meet here again on the Film and TV channel. I only ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.